Hey, Kansas City, Stephen St. John here with an abbreviated episode of Hot Mic with SSJ. Ben equates this abbreviated version of Hot Mic to what most people call a snackable. And I don't know what the fuck that means. I will say that means it's delicious and it doesn't fill you up too much. Is that right, Ben? Ben says yes. And so I've hit the nail on the head right there. Knock that one out of the park. But what I want to do is I'd like to tell you about a special live event we have coming up this Thursday night, November 9th, at J Rieger and Company Distillery, one of the crown jewels of Kansas City. They have a slide down there. You can go down there and slide up and down, have some fun, and enjoy some delicious drinks. And they're going to have food available at J Rieger and Company. And we are going to be recording an episode, a live episode of Hot Mic with SSJ. And it's going to be very exciting because it'll give me a chance to cuss in person in front of a bunch of people, like I always wanted to. But listen to this. And I'm not saying it's just for Mizzou fans. This Hot Mic is all inclusive. Okay? We want everyone to come down. But if you is a Mizzou fan, then you should definitely come down for sure, because if you love the Missouri Tigers and you love quality spirits, then we're going to have some wonderful news, and you can get all the details Thursday from 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock in the evening at J Rieger and Company Distillery. We're going to be talking about a very special release of something that Mizzou fans are going to L-U-V. And that spells love. That's how you text it, L-U-V. And so trust me, I've seen it. I've touched it. I haven't tasted it. That happens on Thursday. But if you love, let's just put it this way. If you love bourbon and you love Mizzou, then you're going to love Thursday from 5 to 7 at J Rieger. And to help me with this special announcement, we're going to have some former Mizzou players there as my guests on this episode of Hot Mic with SSJ. We're going to start with the very lovely and talented Jarret Sutton, who's a former basketball player for Mizzou, who is also now an NBA scout for the New Orleans Pelicans. He's going to be down there with his hair. Also, his former roommate at Mizzou. And things get dicey here because Jarret Sutton is very tight-lipped about things that happened when he was on campus. His former roommate, Andrew Jones, is very loose-lipped about things that happened. He is not tight-lipped. And Andrew Jones, if you remember, he was a very highly touted recruit, a tight end recruit that played football for Gary Pinkel. And then in the basketball team's time of need, he played basketball for the University of Missouri. So a two-sport star, Andrew Jones, will talk about that experience. And also he'll talk about what it's like to text me profanity-laced text messages while I'm trying to broadcast the Border Patrol. And usually they're about Nate. And so we'll get him to open up about that and why he says the things that he does about Nate. Also, a very good linebacker that also played for Gary Pinkel, Brock Christopher, will be with us down there as a special guest. Those three are confirmed for sure, no doubt about it. The fourth invitation went out to a young man by the name of Tony Temple. I've been chasing him. He's still very fast, faster than me, very quick and elusive. But he said he's going to roll through. So if we get Tony Temple, I'm going to ask him to tell us some recruiting stories he's never told before. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's some shit there that he needs to talk about, and we're going to get to it. But we'll have so you have some former Mizzou players down there to celebrate this very special Mizzou release from J Rieger and Company. So we'll have some fun. We'll talk about their careers. We'll tell some stories, hopefully, about football and basketball programs. Some stories that maybe are not allowed to be on Sports Radio 810 because of the cursing and the subject matter. I'm going to get these guys to open up. And then also there's going to be food and drink specials available while we're there at J Rieger and Company. So why not come down there and join us, and you'll see what all the excitement is about what's coming up with the special surprise, the special release. If you love Mizzou and you love good spirits, You are not going to want to miss this. So stop by and see us from 5 until 7 o'clock this Thursday night at J Rieger and Company. Again, my guests will be Brock Christopher, Andrew Jones, Jarret Sutton, and Tony Temple. So we're very excited about this on Thursday. Then the entire podcast will be available on all of our platforms on Friday. That includes YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe, and be sure to turn your alerts on so you'll know when it's released on Friday. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, MySpace. What else? AOL? Did we get AOL? We got them on board. This is great. ICQ, all of the top platforms for the podcast for Hot Mic with SSJ. And we'll get them to preview. It's a big weekend for Mizzou sports because Friday night the Mizzou basketball team hosts Memphis and their head coach Penny Hardaway. And then on Saturday, of course, at 2:30 on CBS, Mizzou will host Tennessee in a battle of top 20 teams in Columbia. And so we'll preview both the basketball game and the football game, tell some funny stories, hopefully get some laughs, and enjoy some bourbon and some fine spirits at J Rieger and Company, and find out what the special surprise is for Mizzou fans. So if you love Mizzou, if you like me, if you like any of those former Mizzou players, if you like liquor or you like food, there's a lot of things out there for you to like. Come and see me for a live recording of Hot Mic with SSJ and my Mizzou guests this Thursday night from 5 until 7 o'clock at J Rieger and Company. We're going to have a blast, and I want to see all of you out there, and it's going to be a great night. And look, it's Thursday, so you can start your weekend off right. And I'll be honest with you, if you're planning ahead, go ahead and call in to work on Friday. And you can stay late at J Rieger and Company and see where the night takes us. So if you love Hot Mic with SSJ, come out and join us. And also, if you are interested in perhaps being a partner of Hot Mic with SSJ, advertising, sponsoring, you can email me, Stephen St. John, at 810WHB.com. Stephen St. John at 810WHB.com. We'll cut the sales staff out so they get no commission, and I'll get the commission. Fuck them. I work hard for this. I don't need them dipping their toe in my water. They don't need to wet their beak. I need to wet my beak. I got kids everywhere. I'm paying tuition at every level. Will you help me, please? Pay tuition for my kids and sponsor this podcast? I might even have you on as a guest. I don't know. I could call that shot, I think. So until Thursday night, the microphone is off.